Okay. I actually started this, so I will just call the other part one, and this will be part two. So I explained what the metal is, every single line in tag, and then I explained what the water is. The water is also, as I finished off with, it's a sexual organ, but it's also about communicating. So how are we going to communicate? How are you going to hear what is happening, etc.? And it is through social media. The water is also the secrets. And your parents would have said this once to you, secrets are like callus, or like a callus on your heart. And if you tell enough of them, your heart won't feel anything. So, because it's also a romance flower, it's between authority. The secrets are between the people at the top, okay, and they're hiding them well. And here's the line where you can't pass. Okay, so that's the two elements that I've explained. The other is listening. Yeah, other people are listening to you, so they're spying on you as well. Your washing machine, your smart washing machine, your smart TV, all that. I've already said that last year in December, talking about the year. Now, this is also the rat hoards. So we started off hoarding toilet paper because of all the crap, and then now we're hoarding water because of what has happened with water, the wind, etc. And so that's actually what the month is. The month is that for the four is wood, the wood is that wind, and the metal, it's collapsing things so you can find out. But we're still not there yet, not quite there yet. So that's what that water is, what you hear, etc. No free speech, no nothing like that. Okay, so that's that. If I remove that, then we end up with, and I don't want you to see that bit yet because I'm doing it quite calm. Leave it like that, shall we? All right, can you see that? I'll bring it closer. All right, so excuse me. So then we've got what we call the leader of China, and so that's what one of the questions is what is going to happen? Are we going to get through this? Blah blah blah, etc. Right. So there is a threshold here, and the threshold tomorrow, when tomorrow comes in, it's Yang fire on fire. That's fire on fire. Fire on fire is volcano. Fire on fire is guns. Fire on fire is blowing things up. Fire on fire is also the day is in clash with the year. So yeah, the water, we're going to find things out. And it's also in penalty from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It actually will start tonight at 11 a.m. tonight, and then the next day you'll think, whoa, you will wake up to something different, and because it's being uncovered. So that's how we look at that. So fire on fire tomorrow, you'll understand what it is. Now, September is a rooster. So the rooster, what does a rooster do? He sits on a fence, tells everyone how great he is, cock-a-doodle-doo, and he's in charge of the hen house. So he's a ruler. Now that ruler, what does that ruler do? He actually F's the hens. So the ruler is there and the hens are us. We're the people. This is true. This is how this pans out. Okay. So there's something going on. And the going on is, remember the metal is coin, but it's not now coin. Now it's all online. But I said to you, it's going to go further than that. And last week they announced the crypto. Who announced crypto? China announced crypto. It's going to have that as currency, blah, blah. Look it up yourself. Okay, so what's happened here is this is him. He's yin fire. Z is yin fire, and he sits on a rooster. He sits on money, and it's prosperous money. The thing is, he also has a horse in the soil he came through to this world. So he came through this soil, and that's how it was. I just got a little feather there. From somewhere. Anyway, and so what he has in his luck pillar is also metal on top, so that's money. Yet, what is happening here next month, which has already started, the minute they announced the new currency, he started this new cycle. So it's rooster on rooster, that's a penalty. So in September, when September begins on the 7th, there's a new currency problem, not okie dokie, no, because he's in penalty and he's in penalty with his money, which means the whole country is in penalty. Whoever's in charge, that's how the country works. He also has a horse. So that horse from 11 p.m. tonight till tomorrow, September's already here. It was brought in last week by another rooster on a certain day. So then he's actually in clash, and he's in clash with his power. It's already 2020 is his power, it's in clash, but it's also now in penalty. Penalty is he does not see the slap in the face coming. Okay. Then he's in 10 years of a luck pillar and it's metal on top, which is his money, and it sits on water. Water is a travel star, so it's money from everywhere else. But it's not happening because his peak, his bank, his ATM in the wall is in trouble for the whole month. So how he comes out of that, no idea. Don't think it will actually happen that he will come out that easily. Okay. And so for him, it's a penalty. Who's doing this penalty? It already happened this month. So we don't know about it yet. So this month something has happened. We call it a third party. The monkey this month with this rat, with this, all of it. Something is happening that we do not know about it because these are all on the bottom, not on top. All right. We just know it is his money that is there. Then we've got, what am I up to? Then we've got what we call the bromance. Anyway, so Dan is the yang earth and Scott Morrison is the yin water. They actually have a harmony. They have a connection. But remember, when we talk about soulmates in 4 pillars, soulmates are there, you learn the lesson and they go. So now one of them is going to throw the other one under the bus. Watch. So this bromance, not going to, how do I put it? So each person actually has, that has died from from COVID, we are told, has already had a flu vaccine. So these guys are trying to get you all to have a vaccine. Now, because we're basically going through winter and it's spring next week. Yeah, it's spring. So what happened to all that vaccine? I don't know. So the question somebody has asked me, I don't know. It's probably stockpiled and that's what they're going to use as COVID vaccine. I have no idea. So someone else answer that if you know. You know also the survival rate is 99.5 of this. It was higher, it was lower than that for, swine flu and whatever, and they all disappeared. And keep in mind, we've had a virus or something from 2000 for 20 years, and we're here. Yeah. Now, there's actually already a class action against trying mandatory vaccination. But the thing is here, this guy who can do this because of the element that he is, until someone stands up to him, but who's going to stand up to him? They've all drank the Kool-Aid. So, yeah. So for him, no one's actually going to stand up to him, and he's stopped Parliament meetings. So he's not allowing anything to actually happen because he can. That is him. He's like Ezra on Ezra, right? Can you move Ezra? You'd have to blow it up to move it. I'm not telling you to blow him up, by the way, but that's how stubborn this guy is. Ezra. No one's going to move him. Nobody. So this guy, no one's going to move him either until December comes in. Once December comes in, it will be the shit hits the fan. And Scott Morrison, you're on your way out, mate, because your karma, your frequent flyer points, they don't exist. Okay, and so if he's carrying on about Dan Andrews, and I'm not a Dan Andrews lover here, so don't send me stuff telling me that. He already sold enough of Australia, Scott Morrison. You just don't know about it. And he's harsh on the whistleblowers, so they don't tell us what a con artist he is. All right, 2021 is going to come along. And Scott, you're gone, mate. I know there's a thing where no one can pull you out, but you know what? The Governor General can. And if it's enough of people saying, get him out, I think the Governor General can speak to the Queen. I mean, they got rid of how many others on less than this? Yeah. So for Dan, you can't get rid of him next year. It's his nobleman, unless he decides to go or Parliament gets together and does this. But they're not. He is in luck. I know what you're telling me, but I can't answer that one for you. So he won't let them meet, and that's what actually ends up happening. But this relationship is real, but one will throw the other under the bus. Okay. Actually, if you check out, no, it won't happen. December, as I've written there, December is more likely to. Okay. Then we actually have what we call the marches. All right. Actually, remember the hate in January? Remember the hate on Scott Morrison in January? That is all of 2021, and it's going to happen in December. Okay. Dan, where I took it up. Dan also, yeah, December 2021, you guys are in trouble. So, yeah, whatever. You will, if you survive it, you survive it. It's your choice. But you're going to get a wake-up call in November on when November comes along, and you either move your ass, put a cracker up your bum and start doing something, or don't worry about it, and you're hated. Hate is very, very strong, by the way, so keep that in mind. And to both of you also, keep in mind, Dan, Scott, keep in mind that remember Howard, what he did for gun control, and then what he did to suppress for 90 years, the pedo names. And keep in mind, what's the other one? Menzies. Remember he hid Operation Buffalo on the nuclear thing, blah, 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 blah. Your kids are going to grow up with you as the statue that was toppled. So you guys need to think about that, because your children, that's what you should be thinking about, your children, not yourself anymore. And I don't know, here's some balls for you. Oh no, hang on. I'll give you auspicious coloured balls. Put your pants on and govern like you're supposed to here. All right, the 5th of September. Did I lose something there? No. All right, so the 5th of September is where there's going to be a Freedom March. So the day this Freedom March is going on is yin metal. So there's still yang metal and there's yang metal here, but the yin metal on the day has found a way for you to walk out of your cell, out of the prison cell, okay? And at the same time, when you are doing this, what is going to happen? So, sorry, I've just got point forms here. So for Z, when on this particular day, for Z, when people are marching, his money's in trouble and it's elsewhere. It's also for Dan, he's going nutso. Let him go nutso, who cares? And then for Scott Morrison, it pushes his buttons that these people are not obeying Hydra. Hail Hydra. Yeah, like that. So that's the Freedom March. So again, there's, with this Freedom March, it is the metal. So those at the top, there's a voice underneath, and there it's a travel star. So they're actually on their way. They are marching. It is not an actual bad day. Firstly, let me explain. The day is a balanced day. So balance is a really good day to actually put on a march. There are hours in the day that are not so great. And so the daybreaker for this is 9 to 11. So 9 to 11 a.m. Hopefully they start after 11, etc., etc. The day in the center, the flying star of the day in the center is the same as the year. So we call it the 7. It's a broken army, but it's female. So the females are more in trouble on this day than the males. So be careful. If you have to put your masks on, etc. Well, I'm hoping you do, so you're not going to get yourself into more trouble. All right, so that's what is happening. So those marches, they're going to get somewhere. So, and the day, this is the pig day, Remember I said November, the two bros are going to get into trouble, the bromance two. Well, the day is pig, just like November. So it is going to hit the fan. And, it's like, how dare you not pay attention? But the thing is that also remember, this is for us to get a jab, they've got to pass it through. But Dan's not letting them meet. So how can he do that? He actually can't. But again, nobody is challenging him because they've all drank the Kool-Aid. I call it the oldie bag with cash, like Jackie Lambert once said. And all the MPs, all the cult leaders, that's what they are at the moment. There's too many of them anyway. Why have you got so many of them? Get rid of them. Drink your own Kool-Aid. You better wear the white sneakers and put some quarters or coins in your pocket, just like the cult leaders of Jonestown and the Haley Bopp Comet, because this is how this is panning out. To the march in Dublin, to the march in Germany, there's your freedom, okay? So they took the step. They took the step out and they did it. I think it was that, yeah. Now, on Trump's, there's two questions on Trump. They're bloody big questions, you guys. Actually, remember last year when David Icke was supposed to come out here and he got cancelled? No, he had full houses in everywhere he was going. But they waited till he got to the airport and then told him he can't do anything on your way. Yeah, they did that. They did that. Trump isn't going anywhere. Trump is the only person. I'm not a Trump lover, so don't send me the shit you guys send me. Trump is not going anywhere. He's the only one that stood up to China. He's the only one that stood up to the wars that everybody had planned. He's the only one that stood up this. He hasn't finished his plan. Whatever his plan is, he hasn't finished it. He's not going anywhere because the other side, and I've already posted about them, I'm not going to post it again. Go back and look for it. It's on YouTube, it's on LinkedIn, and it's on Facebook. All right, so go back and look at it. He's the only one that stood up, has stood up. And I know there are things going around about with him with Epstein. Well, who hasn't been with Epstein? Ask yourself that, really. And if he has, and he'll pay for it eventually as well. But you know what? He doesn't have a competitor. The man has a nobleman, just like Dan will next year, and you can't touch him. So, can't touch this. And that is it. So I'm doing this here on YouTube because on my Facebook page it kept cutting out. So now I will post it. Hopefully that's enough info for you to understand. For those that are going to the marches, stay safe, be careful. Just, whatever you have to do, you do it. All right. All right. Have a great week. I'm on the radio tomorrow to talk about September, and I will do a post throughout the week on September. All right. Bye.